Sure. Listen, I think we kept pushing for the 3-1, and obviously to concede the equaliser, deflection, massively deflected, was obviously not great, but we found a way again, and I think we were dangerous in our set pieces anyway. They were pretty aggressive, I must say, but yeah, I'm glad I got the winner.
It looked like you were going to run riot, being 2-0 up after 6 minutes. So what happened? How did the game run away from you guys?
I won't say run away, but obviously I think I mentioned it to you yesterday. There's a team that never gives up. They have quality players that can punish you if you're not there in a split second, if you are a little bit too late. And I think they punished us just before the break. And after the break, we tried to go for the 3-1. But obviously they get a bit of confidence from that as well. But eventually, have to keep going and show the resilience that we have been showing for all many years. And it was another great European night here again.
Yeah, attacking at the Cop end as well, going into the final stages. Was there always that belief you could find that winner?
It's easy to say afterwards, isn't it? But I think we've shown many times that we are capable of doing it. And today I was the lucky one with the winner, and we move on.
It's another game, though, where there's been a couple of goals conceded. Are there any concerns in the team about the way you've started this season defensively?
No. Yeah. No.
This is obviously a competition Liverpool are so desperate to win. So how important was it to get off to a winning start in the end?
It's always good to get off a winning start. I think play at home. It's a good game. It's a good opponent, and yeah, another game ticked off. 3 points, and in 2.5 days we're back live on your channel. So we have to be ready for that as well.
Yeah, ahead of the derby as well. Important to get that win tonight.
Yeah, no, it's time to recover. We prepare tomorrow and the day after as good as we can, and I'm looking forward to it.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you very much.
But it's not easy, but then you're finding a way to pull through it. I mean, it's massively entertaining to watch.
Yeah, that's true. I think we need to maybe get back to winning a bit simpler and a bit easier. The assistant manager turned to me when Virgil put it in and said he's getting too old for it, so can't imagine what the fans are like. But yeah, look, obviously it's a great thing to have, being able to keep going right to the end. But yeah, when you're 2-0 up and you're playing so well in the first half, it should have been a more comfortable night.
I thought the business was done early, especially with your goal. Just tell us a little bit. Got to say, great positioning there for you, Andy Robertson.
I can't tell you anything.
Talk us through a fantastic goal, mate. Nothing about it.
I've not got a clue. The set piece coach said for whatever reason, he said I was crucial to set pieces this today. So I took it literally, but I've not seen it back. So
we'll show it to you. Here
is this a set move? Because you're standing sort of in an offside position, then you sort of run back out.
I was just trying to get in the line of the keeper, so he couldn't really see.
And then you run back out in front of Barrios.
It's a great
cause chaos. Finish.
End the Puskas Award now, but no, look, honestly, I didn't know much about it, but obviously it's a great start, and yeah, thank God it went in.
Yeah, look, it's another brilliant night for you in the Champions League. I just want to ask a little bit about this team. Lots of new faces. How you're gelling. We also saw a first sight of Isak starting tonight as well. What's it all been like behind the scenes?
Yeah, I thought he was excellent. Obviously not really had a pre-season, not had a lot of games since last season, but I thought for especially the first half he was excellent. Naturally got tired, and then it's amazing to have a player like Hugo to come on, and both of them have got such quality. So look, we've got a lot of new players. They have to settle in. Playing with a big club like this, it's not easy, and they've all really done well, and they're the future. They're the ones that are going to take this club forward, and they're showing glimpses so far, and I'm sure they'll only get better.
Has your job behind the scenes almost even more advanced now? Now there's a lot of new players in. Of course, you're one of the most experienced players in the squad. Does that do you come to the fore in that situation with so many players coming in?
Yeah, of course, and the thing is there's so many players come in, but they're all young as well. So you do have to help them, you do have to make sure they're settled in, and make sure they don't get caught up in too much things as well. And it's a completely different club to play for. It's one of the best clubs in the world, but it's one of the most demanding and one of the biggest clubs, and that comes with responsibility. It comes with pressure as well, and we've all thrived on it for years, and these lads will thrive on it as well. They've all got the mentality to play here for years and years to come, and I think they'll just get better and better.
And in terms of your professionalism, I mean, one of the players that's come in is in your position. How do you, I don't think anybody, not many, I certainly couldn't have done it. How can you be so professional when actually somebody is coming in to challenge for your place as well? I mean, it's such a positive that you've got that professionalism.
Yeah, look, it's part and parcel of football. You know, when you're at a club like Liverpool, you expect to be challenged every single season. Obviously, this one's been a bit different in terms of, you know, we've probably brought in somebody that's going to, you know, start. So that was a bit different for me. Obviously, a bit of a difficult summer. And then once I made my mind up, I committed to it. And you know, obviously I've only got a year left, and you know, I love playing with this club. I love being out there with the lads, and you know, I can help the lads as well. And obviously getting the vice captaincy this season's gave me added responsibility as well. So I've just kind of thrived on that. And then you know, once the games get going and there's more games, then I believe I'll play enough football. So,
Robert, you've played in some great squads under Jurgen, of course, winning Champions League, winning leagues. How good do you think this could be, this squad that you're getting together now at this club? Because we're seeing it in patches, and we're only a month into the season. When you're training and looking at the players and what they do individually, how do you think how do you think they're going to do going forward?
Yeah, look, we've got quality all over the pitch, and I think that's the main thing. And if you look at the bench today, you know, it's a right strong bench. Look at the 5 subs we've made, all of them bring quality, and look at the lads that never came on. Do you know what I mean? So we can change pretty much every position within a game if it's not working, which is a positive. And it's up to us to now show how good we can be. It's okay, you know, these lads have came with unbelievable talent, and I believe they'll be good for Liverpool, but it's up to us to go and show it, and we need to show that by winning trophies. That's the only way we've done it in the past, and that's the only way we'll do it in the future. So I believe we can, but it's up to us to go and show it.
Robert, can I just ask you about Rio? Just such an exciting young talent. We were asking Mo about him earlier on, and about being in those boots, you know, in that position when you're so young and you've got such responsibility. We saw him get his European debut tonight as well. What do you see in him as a young player and a future talent?
I think he's brilliant. I think he's such a level-headed young lad as well, which is so nice to see. You know, always wants help, always, but got a bit of fire about him as well. You know, he's not scared to, you know, have a little bit of fire in training and things like that. And that's what you want. But you know, off the pitch, he's so respectful to all of us, and he wants to improve. And that's what all you ask for the young lads. You always want them to be respectful, but also want to improve and help the team. And I think he's shown that, and he'll show this the whole season. You know, he's a huge asset for us. You see that today. The manager trusts him when, you know, in a big game like this, to come on and try and make a difference for us. And he's got a huge future ahead of him. But you know, the here and now looks not too bad as well.
Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Go and celebrate.
Very much.
Congratulations on your goal as well.
Thank you. See you later on. Bye bye.
See you soon, yeah. Andy Robertson there, his second Champions League goal in his career. It's so funny, isn't it, as well, because you look back at his career at Liverpool, and to now say he's one of the senior players, and all of those young players that are coming through, they're looking up to Andy Robertson. Look, it doesn't get much better in terms of a role model, Mo, does it?
Absolutely not. I mean, they've had them over the years, the likes of Henderson, James Milner, you know, great players, but great professionals as well. And really, they've ruled the roost in the dressing room. They've set the standards. And then they move on, and of course, you know, players like Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, and Andy Robertson. So you always need those leaders. I can't think of a great team over the years that haven't had real leaders in the dressing room. It's very difficult to win anything without those people that police the dressing room, and Andy Robertson is definitely one of those.
It was so important, Mo, wasn't it, that we always thought that Trent may leave, but it was vitally important that Virgil signed a new contract, Mo Salah signed a new contract, because they are still the leaders in the dressing room. And there's no surprise that they were both on the score sheet this evening, and Robbo was as well. You know, the 3 main pivotal people who have been in the dressing room for the last 8-9 years, seen everything, won everything, and now they're the elder statesmen bringing the next generation through, and they will be, unfortunately for them, taken over in a couple of years by new players. But that's part of football. That's what happens.
Yeah. Speaking of Mo Salah, let's show you his goal. This was a 2-0. He'd already got an assist at this point, Michael, hadn't he?
Yeah, but I don't think he really likes the assists. I think he prefers these, hitting the back of the goal himself. Lovely little overlap from Frimpong, just creates a little bit of space, and Gravenberch with a little prod through. But I just love it. It's 3 touches. It's the first touch, and he's balancing these touches with his balance and with his strength, and positioning the ball into the right position to score the goal. I mean, his strength is not spoken. Ali McCoy's mentioned it a couple of times. It's not spoken about enough. People bounce off this lad. He's quick, he's strong, and look at that for a second touch there. I mean, doing that at full pelt when people are around you, nudging you, and you've got to take a real soft touch is incredible. It was
He's not
absolutely
getting an
beautiful.
assist for that, for the Andy Robertson goal. Is that what you meant? that is so far from an assist, a shot. But it was brilliant. And I mean, I have to mention Gravenberch. Virgil got man of the match at the end, got the trophy, and of course he gets all the applause. But I thought Ryan Gravenberch was brilliant today, and that was his lovely deft touch on a number of occasions, but particularly that 1-2 with Mo Salah. I thought he was excellent. It really, really shone for me.
Listen, don't ruin the stats man's night. I've got a nice little quiz for you quickly. Quickest goal and assist since when? Yes, we are calling it an assist. Right, go on.
Give it a rest.
That was the quickest goal and assist. It's been about 30 years. Probably feels a bit longer, Macca.
Well, it could have been Macca then.
I have
Do we
no
give it a
idea.
year?
He's not. Listen, you've taken enough things off Michael. You've not taken one off me
It wasn't
this
Michael.
evening.
In 1996, it
Could
was
have been
against Aston Villa. The
Yeah.
score was 3-0. The goal was from you, and the assist was for
No idea. Who was
Robbie.
it?
Fowler.
Oh, that wasn't an assist either, was it? That was a when he
Claim it,
flicked
Macca.
it through.
No one
Steve
remembers
Storm.
it, just claim
remembers.
it.
Yeah,
Claim it.
No one
Move on.
remembers.
P45.
Yeah, that was an
for the stats man.
amazing assist by me. Of course it was.
Should we have a look at the goal again, the winner?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let's have a little look again. This is the 92nd minute. And I suppose that, as we were saying earlier on, it's almost like Liverpool, they're just getting used to this. It's not the first time a season that they started a little bit slower than you'd expect, but still, it's just...
That was a beaut, Michael, wasn't it?
so
What a
strong.
header.
I mean, a lot of the defenders were basically just trying to stop these runs. They were grabbing, pushing, pulling. I mean, look at that, and to still have the strength to push away while getting up and heading. Oh, I mean, it's just brilliant. He's such a threat at set piece.
Robin Normand does everything to put him off. Drags him, as Michael said. Look, he's pulling his shirt, he's pulling his left arm. He's not even looking at the ball, the Normand. He's looking at Virgil and trying to muscle him off it. Yet the power and the accuracy still gets on his header. It wasn't a free header like Canate's 10 minutes prior, which he should have buried. That was incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me laugh as well that we're saying that for Liverpool it's a slow start, and what we mean by that is that they are finding ways to get through games, but they're still they've still got 12
They're still a
points,
work in
they've still
progress
3
though,
points
aren't they?
tonight, and they've still got ways to go. So look, it's only going to get better for them. Okay, guys, we're going to have a little look at the comeback or the attempt to...
Arne, what a way to win this Champions League game. You have needed late winners in every single game so far this season, and you've got them. What does that say about your team?
Now, if you want to beat a team like Atletico, which is known and has an unbelievable mentality, you have to beat them with their weapon as well, and that is mentality. And I think that's what we showed again today, that we can beat them also by mentality. But I think we should have made it easier for ourselves. At 2-0 first half, we got more than a few chances to make the third. At 2-1 second half, we hit the post. We were so close a few times. But yeah, if the margin is only one goal, something can always happen, and it happened. Maybe a little bit deflected, I'm not sure, but second ball went in. But then again, we showed the mentality, because I think in that 10 minutes that still had to be played, we were pushing.
Night in the Champions League here. Is there sometimes a bit of too much comfort so early on in a game that complacency can kick in?
Yeah, it can, but it didn't happen too much with us this season, that we were 2-0 up after 6 minutes. But I think it's clear that if we feel a need, if we feel urgency, then we're unbelievable. And now we have to make sure that we feel this urgency 90 minutes. Don't even look at the score, just feel this urgency every second. But like I said, it wasn't as if we only scored 2 goals after 6 minutes. I can remember a great combination with Florian and Alex, which was so close to a goal, and we had so many of these moments, same second half. But yeah, if you forget to score, then the other team score, then you need a late minute winner again.
The fans here at Liverpool have finally seen the long-awaited debut of Alexander Isak, a standing ovation for him when he came off. Happy with what you saw?
Yeah, particularly because I think in the 60 minutes he played, he seemed to be quite fit to me. So it wasn't as if after 10 minutes he was already very tired. He could just play at this level quite well after only 1 or 2 weeks of team sessions. So that was the most positive thing, and that he can play football and that he's a joy to watch. And yeah, that is not a surprise to me. But he was maybe fitter than I expected. But again, let the fans don't get the hopes up too high, because it's good that he had his first 90 minutes, but we play 3 times a week, and that's a bit too much for him still.
So a start for him on Saturday in the derby?
Could be, but again, it could never be a 90-minute for him. So that is what we all have to understand. And people sometimes know, why is that not possible? The problem is you need to make sure players are prepared for their program, and therefore you need to train with them. And that is at this moment of time not possible. But I'm really happy that he could start today. That's why we didn't play him against Burnley. And he was good today. And when Hugo came in, he was a big threat also. So it's we have 2 great number 9s, and we're going to use them, both of them, throughout the whole period that they're here, but definitely now in the start.
So from what you've seen so far from your team in all the games so far this season, how do you sum up the start you've made?
I see so many good things during games, but I also sometimes see that in moments we give away something. So the last 2 games we kept a clean sheet, hardly giving away anything. But it wasn't a complete surprise to me that they scored 2-1 after 45 minutes, because it felt that they were coming a little bit more throughout the course of the first half. So many good moments. But we need to find that balance between keeping those great moments, but don't give away. No, we didn't give away a lot, but don't give away too much, as we did the end phase of the first half.
Well, your players have given you a nice birthday present, a win on the opening night of the Champions League. Any time to celebrate?
Yeah. The same like last year when we played Milan away. So next year, actually, I'm hoping that I can celebrate my birthday with my family and friends. But maybe we should keep this tradition and every time play the first game of the Champions League and win it.
Congratulations and happy birthday.